What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Chuck Finley here with Let's Play Sly Cooper Thieves in Time Part 1. This is the first Sly game in the series. This is the fourth Sly game in the series. The first Sly game to be made in about 8 years. This game came out in, I want to say, early 2013. I don't remember if it was January or March. And this is another how I'm not sure exactly what the right term for this is. They changed the way that the characters looked. I'll just leave it at that. From Sly 1 to 2, the characters changed. From Sly 2 to 3, they changed a little bit, but they kept the same design pretty much. Well, it's a big design change from Sly 2 to 3, and this is the first Sly game on the PS3. So you can see here we have new game, load game, cross save is where you can play the PlayStation Vita version of this game, and you can pick up the game from the Vita on the Vita version where you left off in the console version, and vice versa. Take a look at the options real quickly. See gain, you can change the subtitles, of course. Want those on, radar on, brightness. If you have the 3D mode and everything that you need to do that, you can turn that on. I don't have a PS Vita, so we can't use that. It would be useful though. The controls, we won't worry about that right now. The game will teach us about the controller. You can see the sound effects, volume, music, speech, movie. Reset to the defaults there, and help, character movement, jump, and this will just tell you about different things about the game that Bentley will tell us later on in the game, as he always does. So we'll just go to new game, and I will create a new save data. If you notice there, I do have a save data already on this account. Now the full story is if you've never played any other Sly game except for this, if this is your first Sly game that you've ever played, it will give you a backstory, and I'll go ahead and hit it, since if you've been following my Let's Play series of the Sly games, you will already know that you already have a general idea of the story. Well, you already know the story fully, but I'll go ahead and do this anyway, just so I don't miss any content. You can see I have 60% of the trophies. This is my main account that I'm not this isn't my secondary account that I would usually use for something like this, because if you can see the masks, these are a collectible item. You can see the bottles have returned, treasures have returned, and the safes have returned, and I'll talk about all that later on.
I should probably just start at the beginning. The name's Sly Cooper, and I'm a thief from a long line of thieves. In fact, thieving is the family business, and business was good. Although, until recently, I considered myself retired. Having hung up my mask and cane, I was enjoying life on the other side of the law. In the company of a certain lovely Interpol agent named Carmelita Fox. She and I had a history, which generally involved her trying to lock me up. So, I should mention our current situation was only possible because she thought I had amnesia. I didn't. It was great to finally enjoy each other's company without a shock pistol being involved, and we quickly put the past behind us. But as time went on, the old itch came back, and I knew I needed to pull a heist. I should also mention that as a master thief, I only steal from other thieves. So it took me a while, but I finally found what I was looking for. My target was an upstart art mogul, a real hotshot collector. He seemed respectable, and even opened a new museum. But I could smell a rat. Reliable sources told me he was dealing in black market antiques worth millions. So I felt he should share the wealth. I was working on a plan when one night, as if on cue, Bentley showed up. Bentley was the brains of our operation, the mastermind. We grew up in the same orphanage where we bonded over stealing cookies, our very first heist, and we've been best friends and partners ever since. We hadn't seen each other for a while, but I knew immediately that something was up.
So I thought, well, I'm sure it'll give more of the backstory from the other games, but
Bentley had been enjoying his time off too, building a new lab from scratch with his girlfriend and fellow tech whiz, Penelope. She had joined the team on our last caper, and the two of them had really hit it off. Apparently, they just finished work on a top secret project when Penelope had simply vanished. Bentley was worried sick. He searched frantically but found nothing. Then, he noticed something that completely stunned him. In his spare time, Bentley had been researching the Thieves Raccoonus, the Master Thief's handbook passed down through the Cooper family for generations. Its pages overflowing with the exploits and secret techniques of my esteemed ancestors. Only now, those pages weren't so full. In fact, they were disappearing right before Bentley's eyes. Realizing there was no time to waste, he gathered his gear and raced off to Paris. The first thing Bentley did was track down Murray, the third in our trio. Murray was our enforcer, the muscle, and the guy who'd eaten all the cookies we stole back in our orphanage days. Through the years, the three of us had become an unbeatable team, and we were more like a family now than a gang. Murray had been living his dream on the pro driving circuit, where his van had become famous, or rather, infamous, for all the crashes he'd caused. Eventually, he was unable to find a sponsor due to his high insurance premiums, and he moved into Demolition Derby, where he remained undefeated. When Bentley showed up, however, Murray dropped everything to help out. Especially when Bentley explained that his van was the key to the whole plan. With Carmelita distracted by a new assignment, I took the opportunity to slip away and met up with the guys at our old Paris hideout. Bentley launched into one of his elaborate presentations, and I saw the whole scary picture. Someone, or something, was literally erasing Cooper history. Then, to our amazement, Bentley revealed that he already had the solution: time travel. It turns out his top secret project was constructing a time machine, and now he modified the design to fit into Murray's van. We were going to travel back in time, stop those responsible, and fix the damage they'd done. Bentley explained the only catch was that in order to travel to a particular time, the machine required an object from that era. We knew from the changes to the Thieves Raccoonus that our first stop was feudal Japan. So here we were, about to steal a priceless 17th century samurai dagger from the same museum I'd been casing. Funny how things work out sometimes.
so that actually gives more of the backstory for why this game is going on rather than the previous three games, like I thought. So you definitely want to listen to this if you've never heard the story before. And it's definitely a good thing that I did do this, because I wouldn't have been able to explain the story behind this game quite so well. But if you notice, the art intro is
Okay, you both remember the plan, right? Of course! My mind is like a steel cap! That's trap, big guy. And everybody relax. Been over a million times. What could possibly go wrong? Famous last words. Look, we're only gonna get one shot at this, so we can't mess up. Alright, no messing up allowed. Now stop worrying. This is gonna be a piece of cake. I'll see you both inside. Now let's get going.
So if you notice, the voices for Sly and Bentley are the same. The icon to the left indicates the game is set. Yeah, that's just the autosave icon. You can see Sly's design has definitely changed quite a bit. And you can see there's a little mini map on the bottom right, and then if you hit the select button, that will pull up a full map of the entire area. There is a trophy tied to pulling up every single map in the entire game, so I will definitely try my best to do that. First time playing this game, I didn't do that. I didn't do it all that often, so I may not do it every single one, but I'll definitely try my best to. If you click the L3 button, you can see this arrow. That's a compass that will point you in the direction of your next objective. There is a trophy that is tied to clicking this about. I think it's 300 times. It's not descriptive. If you look at it online, that's the only way that you can find out. I believe it is about 300 times. You just have to keep clicking it over and over for it to work. But it's definitely very useful, and I will be using it very often. You can see and it does bring the coins and everything, and you can see that there's a health bar again. The way Sly moves, and I'll let Bentley explain that, is pretty much the same. There are a few differences, but like I said, I'll let Bentley explain all the movements and all that because he can do it a lot better. But one big thing is coins that you collect will go to you now instead of you having to collect them. So you say breaking this, all of the coins. Well, I guess the coins will be in bigger clumps rather instead of just being kind of spread out all over the place. And you'll definitely want to collect a lot of money, I believe. You'll need about 32,000 coins altogether to buy every single upgrade in the shop. So you'll definitely want to collect a lot of coins. There are treasures that they can be found and sold if you can bring them back to the safe house, which I'll talk about, which I'll show off later. There is also loot that can be pickpocketed from guards' pockets again. And so this is just something that's added to the game that I really don't use all that often, to be honest. Let me see, where am I supposed to go? Now the compass is not. The way I don't know why I'm going back this way for. I don't need to go this way. The way that the. Oh, okay. I lost my train of thought. Let me see, what was I talking about?
Hey Bentley, was truck surfing part of Murray's entrance strategy? Of course not. Murray's approach route is through the back alleys. Why do you ask? No reason. Anyway, it looks like he's in position now. Make sure you stay on these cables, Sly. You can't risk going down to street level right now. Not a problem, Bentley. A good thief prefers to stay above the action anyway.
And there's also trophies tied to collecting a certain amount of coins. And so this, like I said, this displays the map, shows you where you need to go. The red dots, of course, are enemies. The blue X is your, well, I guess the X, it changes colors for different characters, is your objective. And if you hit status, that shows you how many bottles you have in each episode, how many treasure chests, how many safes, and how many masks. There are 2 masks. I won't be collecting those because they're scattered around and pretty hidden, and it just makes it easier to collect that kind of stuff if you just set aside time to start like at the beginning of, say, this game, and then just keep going from this episode to episode 1, 2, and all that, instead of just. Instead of just collecting masked every time you see them, and then end up missing one, especially because there's not always going to be 2 in each episode. This is just, you know, the prologue episode, so of course this is going to be easier. There's nothing else outside of just some loot that we need to find. That it doesn't really matter if you find in this particular episode, because we will see these guards that are around here in this episode from time to time. Sly doesn't really have that much, too many options to, or too many chances to. Too many chances to pickpocket guards here in this episode. Murray will have the best chance, but it's just best if you wait, because like I said, there will be plenty of opportunities to pickpocket the items that you need from the guards, from these guards here. There is a trophy tied to collecting.
See, I told you it would be a piece of cake.
For collecting all of the loot from enemies' pockets in each episode. And I believe there are 4 pieces of, well, I think it's just 3, actually. Yeah, it's just 3. It's not 4.
Guess I'm a little out of practice.
Do you say something, Sly?
No. All good here, Bentley.
Okay, it looks like you're going to have to find another way up. Use that ledge to move around to the front of the museum, and stay out of that security light.
I think I can handle that.
I wish that dropped me down in front of this enemy.
Believe the security at this place. This better be worth it.
Yeah, he's got loot on him. I wonder. Does he? I can't tell. Yes, he does. No. Ah, crap. No, he doesn't. No, it's worthless. No, just move away from him. But for the coins in this game, you get a lot more money if you. That's close. You get a lot more money if you. It's kind of hard to hear what he's saying, but you know, even now, it's very difficult to hear. And there will be instances like that with just like in Sly 3. If you remember, some of the bosses would talk to their guards from time to time. Well, there will be instances like that in this game. I will try to listen to them if I can, but I won't I won't waste time listening to them, but I will do my best to. What the? Oh, well. See what a job fail looks like. Thankfully, you do get to keep your money if you happen to fail, and I believe that was a. Pretty sure that was a mask. Yes, that is. So, if you notice how as soon as I landed, I failed. If you collect a mask and then you fail the job that you're doing, you found a Sly mask. Collect secret Sly masks throughout the game to earn special unlockable items. Would you like to go to the unlocks? And you sure I'll show that up. Well, that's right. I don't have any unlocked right now, but I'll just take a look at those later. Once I've gotten some more, I'll try not to do too many. I could have swore I just saw another Sly mask, but maybe I didn't. I'm not, like I said, I'm not sure where the second one is. And since this kind of since that was kind of the first mask, that's why I went ahead and collected that one, just to get that one out of the way. But they are very well hidden, the masks are, and you have to actually take time to look around. They're just like any other collectible in any other game. So you'll definitely, if you actually do go after the the masks, you'll definitely want to take your time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save the masks for their own separate video.
Skyline we want, but it's locked. My instruments move slowly until you're right behind him. When you're close enough, press the circle button to pick his pocket. You might have to try several times until you get the key. To perform the stealth slam, sneak up behind an enemy and press the triangle button to jump for it. Great, Sly. Now use the key to unlock the skylight.
I just want to make sure real quickly. I don't think there's any masks around here. Just sitting here wasting time collecting coins.
Okay, Bentley, I'm in place. Let me know when you shut down the security system.
Patience, Sly. You can't rush greatness, and I'm about to code a hacking masterpiece. Interesting. The last time I was in these sewers, I was just a teenager. Man, my mom should make short work of that grate. I just need to press the triangle button to place one. Well, that was a blast.
And so we'll want to pull up another map here. Each job has its own map, so you'll have to remember to look at the different maps as you go along. And you don't have the jet. It's kind of a hovering thing now instead of just a the jet boost and then just a gradual fall like in Slide 3. It actually is more of a hovering ability now, which is useful. Definitely, and the bombs work differently now. They don't have quite as large of a blast radius, and they're a little bit easier to.
I better use the hover pad here. If I jump, then press and hold the X button while I'm in the air. Thank you, technology.
And it is a little bit easier to place now.
Right, that platform is blocked. I'll have to throw a bomb to clear it off. If I press and hold the L1 button, I can bring up my rangefinder. Then I can adjust the range of my throw by pressing forward or backward on the left stick. Once I find the right distance, I just press the triangle button to toss a bomb with pinpoint accuracy.
And then so you just wait for it to blow up, and then once it blows up, it's you don't have to worry about it anymore. That's actually pretty useful. The bomb throwing ability. I don't believe that was something that you could do in Sly 3, and it's definitely very useful in this game. I don't use it too often unless I have to for like a mission. So that's good. Those are two in this area, so I won't have to come back here for any more Sly masks. But since these are pretty easy and only 2 to find, I won't be finding every single mask in an episode or a job. Oops. Be careful to land just a little bit better. I'm kind of used to the triple jump from Sly 3, sadly. I believe we do get the triple jump, but it's not until a lot later on in the game, and you can see the health pickups will come a little bit more frequently, and you can get them from items a lot more frequently now, which definitely makes it very useful.
According to the schematics, the control room is right underneath me. All I have to do, voila, instant shortcut.
And if you happen to blow something up that has coins in it, such as like a barrier or something, and you move away from that barrier, the coins will move towards you, which is very useful.
Phew, talk about your close shaves.
How's that security system coming, Bentley?
Great, perfect. I'll be done in a jiffy.
So now you have to deal with these lasers pretty easy. Just jump over them. And so you can see Bentley has a new style of pickpocketing from guards. Now, what do I have to do? I guess just probably could put them to sleep, but I guess I'll just throw a bomb in their direction. Hopefully that will take them out. Yeah, that's good. You can see just how much stronger the bombs are in this game than in previous games. And the hacking missions do return. There are different types of hacking missions, 3 different types to be exact, and I'll of course show those off as we go throughout the game. These hacking missions do not have does not have maps, so you don't have to worry about that. So you won't have to worry about the map. The way the tank controls is exactly the same as it did in Sly 3. There is no difference in that. Like I said, there are different. See, those tanks do not shoot you, so you don't have to worry about those. But the Giga Bomb, you can see the targeting reticle there. What you have to do is just hold down the L1 or R1, or no, not L. You have to pick these keys up. You have to. The only way you can pick those data key or the data keys up, the only way to pick those data keys up is in the shell code, is what Bentley calls it. And so you will have to, and there will be different missions later on where you'll have to swap back and forth. But this is just like a tutorial for this particular hacking job. It just kind of gives you a basic, pretty simple, pretty easy game to, or a way to it's just like a tutorial level. It just introduces you to the way that the game the game handles these. And so you can see they changed his design quite a bit, and he does have a new voice actor now.
Okay, Murray, we need to get you back in fighting shape. Why don't you warm up with a few basic attacks? Press the square button to punch.
Oh yeah, the old muscle memory is really kicking in.
Press and hold the triangle button to charge up, then release it for a wicked spinning attack.
Yes! Nobody can withstand the pink tornado!
To perform a thunderflop, jump, then press the triangle button while in the air.
Oh, Thunderflop, how I missed you!
Oh, come on, you give me the stinking. Are you just not gonna give me that loot? Ah, that stinks. Oh well. There is a trophy. There is a trophy tied to slamming 100 enemies, so you want to slam as many enemies as you can. The only downside to pickpocketing with Murray is that once you grab the loot out of the from the enemy will disappear, and you will not have a chance to slam them. So if you get lucky and are able to find a lot of enemies with loot on them, you have to sacrifice either slamming the enemies or sacrifice the loot. It does, that does stink. In Sly 3, you didn't have to worry. You didn't have to choose which one you wanted to do. Are you kidding me? They killed me. Let's see, has he got loot on him? No, he doesn't. So I can just kill you. But just like in Sly 3, if you the small guards, you have to punch them twice to kill them. I think that also counts for the medium guards as well. Something that is also added into this game was that if you run and then run in the opposite direction, you can kind of see that the characters will slide a little bit, which does slow your progress. Your progress down a little bit. Not a whole lot. And you got loot on him. Yeah, so I want to move away from this guy so I can. Oh, come on, really? Ah, that's BS. Ah, well. Have to be more careful, I guess. Really shouldn't waste time collecting these coins, but I'm going to anyway to make sure I pull the map up really quick before I forget about that. Kind of looks like the same map as Sly, so I don't think it matters as long as you've seen the map once. I don't think you have to pull it up again. Do either of you have any loot on you? No. One of you do. No, you don't. Now you want to be careful doing this in a crowd of enemies, just because, especially these enemies, since they have projectile weapons, it does. Oh, is that destroyed enough?
Huh? Where did you come from, shortstop? Let the beatdown commence! Who wants a piece of fun? That felt great!
Everything okay, Murray?
Now it is!
Murray, don't forget to use your throwing ability. Press the circle button to stop near an object, and you will pick it up. Then press the square button to throw the object. If you press the triangle button instead, you can slam the object down.
So if you noticed, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to throw the barrel at the boxes, and if you can see the arrow, that will automatically make. As long as the arrow is pointing towards your target, it will hit it. As long as it's not moving really fast.
Security system is down. You're all clear.
Great. I'm going in.
Don't know why you have to actually press the circle button for this, but
What the?
Didn't really think you were gonna get away with it, did you, Ringtail?
Hey, Carmelita! Funny meeting you here.
Sly Cooper, you no good lying thief. I'm locking you up for good.
Sorry, gotta take a rain check. I'll call you.
Cooper!
Good evening, this is Sly Cooper. I'd like to request a ride.
You, right? Now quit dancing around and get down here. We're in the van. It's ready to roll.
Au revoir. Let's hit it. Buckle up, boys! Oh yeah! Just like in a demolition derby!
you can actually move this around.
I think I'm good myself.
There is not a trophy
Trees.
for for doing this. You can see you can run through pretty much everything.
Where are you going? Just setting up for the jump. Welcome to Air Murray. Thanks for flying. Nice landing, Murray. Hey, Bentley, not to complain, but we're kind of trapped here.
Relax, Sly. Just put the dagger in the receptacle. Perfect. Isotopic decay calibrated. Adjusting fusion synthesis. Anytime you want to punch it, Murray.
Yeah, it's for whatever reason you have to
Got it.
hit the circle button again there. That
Slow down, Murray.
I never do.
hitting the circle button to do objects like stealing the sword or starting the van, you do not. That's not something that they really use in the game. That's not.
Well, what else can I say about Carmelita? As you can see, our relationship is complicated. And I just succeeded in upgrading it to hazardous. I certainly wasn't expecting her to crash the party. She'd been so busy with her latest case, I never thought she'd have her eye on me. In fact, I'd kind of been counting on it. But then, I should have known better than to underestimate Inspector Carmelita Fox. As much as she liked having fun, Carmelita was serious about her police work. And now, I had a lot of explaining to do. But the plan was in motion, and there was no stopping now. Even though I was thinking I'd need the time machine just to patch things up with Carmelita. Before the heist, we recruited our disco-loving, scuba-diving friend, Dimitri Listow, to look after the Thieves raccoons. Because it was irreplaceable and the only guide we had, it was far too risky to take the book through time with us. Bentley had even invented a communication device to allow us to contact Dimitri no matter where or when we traveled. It was a perfect situation, since it allowed him to update us on any changes to the book, while limiting our exposure to his fashion critiques. Everything was happening so fast. The past few days were just a blur. But as we howled through the time vortex, I realized we were in for a very long trip.
We do not actually. I don't think there's actually an in-game version of Dimitri outside of just the animated cutscenes, and I don't. Anyway, well, I do know for sure that we don't actually play as Dimitri at all in the entire game. So if you didn't really care for that aspect of it, you don't have to worry about that. It's just, well, I won't spoil that. I'll talk about that. I'll talk about that aspect of it later on. But I am going to go ahead and end the video here.
We needed to locate Ryuichi Cooper, Master Ninja, and Master Chef. According to the Cooper clan history, Ryuichi Cooper was actually the inventor of sushi. After creating this delectable dish, he opened a sushi restaurant, which, while very prosperous, also provided the perfect cover for a ninja. When we got to Japan, it was obvious something was very wrong. What should have been a peaceful village was more like a heavily patrolled military base. We located Ryuichi's sushi restaurant, only to find it shut down and under guard. Things got worse when Bentley discovered that Ryuichi was locked up in a new high-security jail, allegedly for serving bad sushi to the shogun. It all sounded like a pretty tough piece of fish to swallow. We needed to get to the bottom of the situation, and the first order of business was getting Ryuichi out of prison.
So if you notice, there is not a way to enter the episodes, and I'll go ahead and show off ThiefNet real quick. You can see the paraglider, definitely very useful, good thing to buy early on during combat. Quickly press, and then sleep ammo. Well, I really don't use sleep ammo that often, but I'm not going to do anything now. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. But it goes from one episode to the next. There is no stopping in between to go to like a main menu type thing. It just from one episode to the next. If you want to go to the main menu, you actually have to hit pause and then go to the main menu. So if you for doing something like this, like a let's play, that doesn't really help me all that much, but the safe house is pretty much a good place to stop it. But anyway, so I'll talk about the information for the prologue. Let me see. Alright, I Smell a Rat was uh, a job completed by Sly Cooper, Bentley, and Murray in the prologue episode. I guess that's what the prologue episodes, I guess, could be titled. Uh, after the gang was reunited by Bentley, they arrived at a Parisian museum to steal a 17th century samurai dagger. The artifact would be used to travel back in time and begin the Cooper gang's mission to restore the Thieves raccoonist and stop whoever was behind the disappearance of the book. The trio exited the Cooper van and went to their posts, Sly to the roof, Bentley to the sewers beneath, and Murray to the back alley. Trivia: this job was the second time that the Cooper gang broke into a museum in the prologue. This was also the third time that the Cooper gang had a mission in Paris, the first being in Sly Cooper and the Thieves Raccoonist, and the second being in Sly 2 Band of Thieves. So that's just the main. There's it's just one big job. It's not broken up into different jobs. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. I thank you for watching. The challenge of the video is how many items did I break, such as boxes or trash cans, or how many items did I break during the entire episode with all of the characters. Thank you for watching. Next time, I will go after the clue bottles for episode 1. So until then, later.